4 years ago I left the army with 15k in debt. I was broke, topping up my bank account with a debit card just to eat. Today, I run businesses in multiple countries and make more cash than I thought I ever could. Here's exactly how I did it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I was always saying that just to convince myself that it was easy, while it was definitely not at all. Hey little brother, welcome in Koh Samui, Thailand. I'm you, but just 6 years older. And this is how life could look like if you have the guts to make the right moves. But it all comes down to the small choices you make. And right now you get 3 questions, so that's it. Ask wisely, because after this you're back in the trenches. I can't be you, that's not possible. My sergeant told me making 5 grand a month is not possible. That's only for drug dealers and criminals. How do I leave the army and build a solid foundation so I can travel and live with complete freedom in both location and time? You need direction, and that starts by listening less to your environment and more to yourself. Because the right answers are only in you, but you have to make real decisions to find them. And overthinking doesn't work, you're just stacking thoughts. Execution is the only solution. So make mistakes early and they will teach you how to adapt and solve problems for later. And as I always say, better to bleed now than to break later. What's the most important advice you would give me for the next 5 years? Stop pleasing, stop trying to be the good guy for everyone. You can't be good for everyone. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone around you. And you don't need any validation from anyone. You decide for yourself if you're on the right path. And as you become more successful, you will have less people around you. And that's part of it. But the right people will show up when you're ready. Now, last question. What's waiting for me that I don't see coming? The woman that raised me, she slowly started to slip away. First her memory and then her mind. And she had a severe brain damage and there was no way back. And 3 years later she made the bravest decision there was, euthanasia. And I was the one left to carry it all. Every choice, medical, financial, emotional, landed on my shoulders all at once. And there was no time for my feelings. The only thing that mattered was relentless execution. Serving my mother while I just moved to Dubai and I was running 2 companies at the same time. Here's the truth, little brother. One day, life will hit you harder than you ever thought possible. So build yourself for that moment, because when it comes, you won't rise to your goals, you will fall to the level of your systems, your mindset and your leadership. God damn it, here we go again. This is the end of my life as a soldier. I made an end on what seemed to be my work for life in the first place. After 4 years of serving, I had a feeling inside that there was more for me. More freedom, more cash, more muscles, more experiences, healthier, and less chance on dying. Because I wasn't even serving for the country I was born. And you're probably calculating, can you serve 4 years and leaving the army at 21, then you're 17 years old? Yes. Stupid dipshit. I wanted to be a paracommando, so I joined the Special Operations Regiment when I was 17 years old. All those years I've dreamed to serve, and there was literally no other option, while people around me didn't even knew what they wanted to do at 17 years old. But honestly, how the Donkey Kong should you know? You grew up in the Matrix and you got programmed by the system, you've spent your whole life in school and now you're expected to pick one thing out of 60,000 possible jobs? Let me tell you this, you won't. And if you think you're at the best place, you don't. Because there's still so much unknown for you. And you will only know it if you tried it. So, long story short, you need to know more of what you don't like, and that's how you get more direction in what you do like. Alright, so back to the story. I started my first business and within a few months I was already putting in 8 to 10k a month. And how? By grinding 80 hours a week across 3 jobs. And my first job, literally a full-time gym receptionist. I was working there for 40 hours. And my second job, I launched my own online fitness coaching. And my third job was that I trained my online clients offline. So I did old school personal training live in a gym. But man, I was so done with living in the Netherlands. So I packed one suitcase and that was literally everything I had. And I left to Thailand as a digital nomad. And from there, my income dropped from 10k to 2.5k a month, which was great because I had more time to educate myself in fitness or my business, instead of standing on the gym floor and trading time for money. And while I believe that knowledge is true power, I invested in a business coach that cost me 2k a month for a year contract while I was earning 2.5k a month. And that was a really big decision because that's almost 30k for 1 year of coaching. So I could go back into debt, and I really had fear. But cash flow was not guaranteed, success was dependent on my knowledge, my business coach his knowledge, and my relentless execution. So my girlfriend back that time told me, "You're stupid," and she was really angry. And I told her, "That's why you're striving for a 9 to 5 behind the desk the whole day and 2 weeks of holiday a year, and that's why I'm gonna be an entrepreneur." So 10 weeks later I was back on 10k a month while being a full-time online fitness coach. Bang! But let me tell you this, I literally worked 12 to 15 hours a day from Monday till Sunday. But there was literally no better time to do it, because I quit the gym and in-person training, and deep down I knew online fitness coaching was 10 times more impactful. Because I could coach clients across all 24 hours of the day, not just in the gym, but literally nutrition, lifestyle, mindset, training, literally everything. And let me tell you this, I wasn't famous, I didn't have a big following at all, and I was just well educated and obsessed with real results and generally loved helping people. And word of mouth did the rest, and before I knew it, I had 50 clients. So now I had 50 clients, no fixed home, I had low living cost, and I had 10k a month. And that's how I hit my first 100k plus a year at 22 years old. Then the Dutch tax office came for 52.5% of it. Brutal. I was upset, man. I had to pay so much money. So my friend Zach helped me out and moved me to Dubai. Bang! 0% tax, baby. From that moment, things accelerated. More clients, my own app on Apple and Android, a growing team, new energy, new environment. I even met one of my now best friends, a 47-year-old lunatic who travels with 18 suitcases and runs 20 companies, and he even puts his computer in his suitcase and his own sheets. That guy literally cracks me up. But he shifted my perspective, because what you consume daily shapes who you become, and that's your environment. So let's go to year 2023. I was working 12 to 15 hours a day, Monday till Sunday. I left my girlfriend. I was obsessed with getting better results for my clients, for my business, for my physique. And I wanted to be the best, better than everyone. Because if other donkeys could do it, then why can I do it? So, 23 years old, and I really remember the date, May 2023, I hit the milestone. I couldn't believe it. I made 25.5k revenue that month. It's been an absolute pleasure to create my first YouTube video and share my raw story with you guys. And I honestly didn't even know where to start, because there's so much more to share. But here's why I started this channel. I love people, I really do. But it hurts to see that a lot of people are just stuck. Their habits and limiting beliefs are just holding them back. And do you know why? It's because they lack the knowledge to level up. Second is they have no clear direction. And third, and I think the worst, is their environment just keeps them locked in a cage. So I hope my story breaks and opens your environment a little bit and gives you the push you need, because that's what I really needed a few years ago. And by the way, guys, if you want to know the exact steps that I took to build my very first online fitness coaching business, check the link below. And I appreciate any feedback or ideas, so drop a comment below. And if you're vibing with the content, hit like, subscribe or share with someone who needs to hear this. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.